Hey, Fragrance family, I'm David.
I'm Jer.
And we're the
Fragrance Bros!
With our special scarves. This time, we're doing a special interview, of course, with Kerosene, master of scarves. That's what he's really known for. No. Actually, of course, if you watch YouTube for any length of time, you know that he was a YouTube reviewer for a long time.
Right.
And then he created his own house called Kerosene. And he is a perfumer and owner of that line. So, hey, John, how are you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great. Thanks for having us, or thanks for coming on with us.
Thanks for having us over.
Thank you for having me.
That's right. Thanks for having us into your home.
You're welcome anytime.
So we had some questions that we wanted to ask, and then I think we had some guest questions too.
Yeah.
And so I guess we'll go ahead and start.
Okay.
So we have a couple of questions that are kind of standard for our interviews. And the first one being, what is your first fragrance memory? And where did your love of fragrance start?
I would say, well, my first memory would be my dad wearing Jovan Musk. Just him picking me up as a kid, and it's right there. It's loud. And yeah, that's my dad. It's just 70s. It just screams old me or something. but as kind of raunchy as that sound is, it's kind of comforting to me. So, yeah, that's probably my first good memory for a fragrance.
Yeah. I know Brut is like a punchline, but when I smell Brut, it's like, it just reminds me of all the old men in my family. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm safe.
That little green bottle.
That's right. That's right. Okay, John. Now, what do your friends and your family think of your love of perfume and your career in perfume?
At first, no one got it. It was kind of strange because when I started to build my own fragrances, I kind of had my little vial set up in my kitchen. And I just remember my brother coming over one time, and it was the first time he really saw anything like that. And his reaction was just like, "What are you doing?" It's just the weirdest thing ever. So, yeah, I don't think anyone really understood it, and I was okay with that. So I'm just going to do my thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't seem
It's
to be
still that way, but no, at least I'm doing it full time. It's a little different now, so people kind of understand. I'm like, oh, okay, now it's acceptable.
Yeah. You don't seem to me like the kind of guy that minds going off the beaten path a little bit, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If it's fun and creative, I'm going to at least try it.
Yeah.
Now, I know since we subscribe to your channel, we still are subscribers to your channel. So we kind of know a little bit about the transition from YouTube to perfumer. But could you go back and kind of tell us how that all came about? Like, how did you transition into being a perfumer in the fragrance world, etc.?
Basically, I did a ton of study. I mean, I started picking up just oils to help me be a better reviewer, to kind of help pick out the better or the patchouli in a fragrance. But then I was reviewing so many things, I kind of got bored with reviewing and smelling things. They all kind of started smelling a little bit of the same. And just doing the stuff I like to do, like music and writing, want to at least try to make something. I didn't have an idea of what I was going to turn out or anything. So it kind of just a little bit out of boredom and just wanting to try it. Really, that's all it kind of comes down to. It just took me a long time to really get familiar with all the different oils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So how long did it take you as far as training and preparation to release your first fragrance?
I think it took a year and a half.
Year and a half.
To finally assemble something. I still have my first idea, which is I have this idea for a picnic. You got like vetiver, grassy roots, some Earl Grey tea, some lemon, a kind of idea. Just a really nice like sunshine. And that was my very first idea, and I'm still working on it. It's not even close. It's like I thought I had it, and then it's garbage. Yeah, it's still my first idea, and I'm working on it from the very beginning.
Yeah.
So, I just never know when it's gonna be good or not. Right?
So you have a particular unique point of view, and I think a lot of your the people who enjoy your fragrances really can appreciate your point of view and your fragrances. How would you, as the creator, describe your aesthetic and your style in your perfumes?
Yeah, I think for my style, I really like to have a really bombastic kind of opening, and then kind of follow my personality where it really goes into a nice, relaxed kind of state, and just kind of look not where the perfume kind of overbearing upon a person, more or less. You kind of just you wear it and it doesn't wear you. I guess it's more soothing, relaxing, comforting.
Yeah, nice.
I guess that would be more my style.
So, there are different houses kind of vary in their approach. You've got some houses that make things that are very wearable and very appealing to the mass market, and then some like, Atelier Libre Orange that make these really sort of weird, like art pieces, sort of weird perfumes. So how do you find the balance between a wearable fragrance and like an artistic fragrance?
It's tough. I mean, this is the niche side of things. If it's not unique enough, it's gonna suck. People will bash it. But if it's too unique, it's gonna get bashed. There's no winning really. So you just kind of want to try to make something, like Filter Rubus, it's raspberry, vanilla, patchouli, kind of common notes, but you want to do it in a way that at least it's different from something else. So, yeah, I don't know. I just kind of keep working until I'm satisfied. I kind of have my approach is raw, unique, and approachable.
Yeah.
So it's got to fit all those, and it's ready for release.
Yeah. I think every one of your fragrances are all very unique. They don't really smell like anything else.
Yeah.
Like even the woody fragrances don't smell like other woody ones. Your oud one doesn't smell like other oud ones. They they're unique, but they're not weird.
Yeah.
So I think you found a good balance.
Oh, thank you.
Now you're now kind of a part of the fragrance industry. You have sold out to the man, John. What are some things that you love and don't love so much about the industry as a whole?
I think, kind of getting into it, I've talked to a couple perfumers, Andy Pellegrino, and just dialoguing with him, there's a lot of pretentiousness in the industry. It's kind of like with music, if you're not professionally trained, you're garbage. Cool, but it's a smell. You either like it or you don't.
Yeah.
Not in the process of how something's crafted. So there's a lot of like naughtiness, nudiness, I guess, in the industry for that aspect. But the flip side is there's a lot of love in the industry too. I mean, the perfume is the smell, and we all love smelling different things. Yeah, I think it's a cool common bond. Even if we all hate each other's scent. At least it's a scent, and that's what we're drawn to.
Yeah. Now I know, of course, you love your own fragrances, and I know you love other fragrances. What are some of your favorite fragrances outside of your line that you appreciate?
I really adore Terre Hermes. That one. People kind of think of it as a summer scent, but it can be so pungent, and I think it really works well even in the cold. But yeah, I wear that one a lot, and obviously CKB is my all-time favorite. So that one gets a lot of love.
Wow.
I also spray like my couch and my bed and my pillows with that one too. So I go through quite a few bottles with that one. Yeah, a strange one is Boyfriend by Kate Wall, which is a woman's fragrance, marketed towards that, but it just smells great on me. I don't care.
I remember the review.
And put on your scarf.
I love it's the scarf. Yeah, I love Opium too. Is another one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a good one. Okay, so some perfumers are known for not wearing fragrance at all. I believe, was it Jean-Claude Ellena doesn't wear any? Is that one of them?
I think so. I think Maison Francis Kirk de Jean.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
almost all of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you said that you like Terre d'Hermes, CKB. Do you consistently wear fragrances every day? And do you ever wear your own?
I just don't have time to wear other scents anymore. And I think that's what happens is you're creating, you're kind of testing out on yourself. You're like this huge guinea pig. And so that's what it's pretty much turned into. I'm just constantly trialing junk on myself. So it's like, I don't have a spot on me for my CKB anymore. So I think that's what happens. A lot of people don't wear stuff. So it's kind of like you don't want anything interfering when you're creating. You're constantly have an idea, and you don't want something to be hindering that at any type of, any time of the process. So
Wow.
that's kind of how it is for me.
Okay.
It kind of makes sense now that when I heard other perfumers not wearing anything, it doesn't make sense, but it does now. I kind of get it.
Now, your line goes into the European markets as well, of course, as the American markets. And what are the differences that you've noticed between the two markets there?
It's kind of, it's not really different. It's just overseas, they like their perfumes really strong. And I think in the States, we're just not there yet. Like you'll hear it all the time, like, whoa, that was way too much. I only need one spray of that, but I think one spray of that for us would be like four for that. They really embody the perfume, unlike we do yet.
Wow.
I think kind of getting there. But again, in the States, you got the whole work. You can't wear certain fragrances at work and all that stuff. But I don't think that's very common there. Everyone's so into it.
Yeah.
Have a culture.
I know one question that I know everyone's going to want to know is, are there any new fragrances coming out this year on the horizon?
Nothing this year that I'm aware of.
That's political.
No, I have two in the works that are really close. One's a Gourmand and one's a Floral. And I don't know which way to take it. I want to either be musky, dirty floral, or really super pretty floral. So I'm trying to find out which direction I want to go with it. The Gourmand is really close. The main note is kind of waffle cone, meat, vanilla, chocolate, and I've been messing with like Earl Grey tea in there. It's kind of reminiscent of a London Fog drink that you get at Starbucks. So it's a little different. So if people don't like Earl Grey tea, they might not like it, but if they like the dry down, kind of waffle cone ice cream.
It sounds awesome.
Sounds awesome, dude.
That actually raises another question.
Really, I'm sorry. It's been really tough to get those down on those notes. So it's close, but it's not there yet.
Yeah.
And I have no idea. It might be even next year. I don't know. Whenever something's done, it's done, but not yet.
What is a typical turnaround for a fragrance from beginning to end?
I would say it's at least 8 months of work, give or take. Field Rubus was started last summer, actually, and I kind of took a different idea for a base, and then just completely tweaked it all around. So that one, I guess, took almost a year, I guess. So I guess it all depends.
Wow. So, what are some of the challenges you've encountered becoming a perfumer? Obviously you make your own scent and you try to find a way to get it, produced, sort of like on a larger scale. So, what are some of the challenges you personally have encountered to that end?
I think it's getting that flow from start to beginning. It's just nose testers really kind of hold hands all the way through, and if they don't, it's like a disconnect. And I really try hard to make sure like a fragrance doesn't just fall apart. Like, it's really annoying if something smells really nice for the first half hour and then it's just garbage. So my goal is always, at least, people might not like it, but at least it doesn't fall apart. That's kind of my goal.
Yeah.
So That's always the toughest part for me is getting that start to finish. But now I usually have a good idea for how it's going to smell when I first start putting some things together. But then it's a little interesting, a little like specific, really kind of make or break the fragrance.
Yeah. I know you're a musician. I can see a cello in the background. I know you're into motorcycles. But what other things are you into besides just fragrances?
I really love to write stories, mostly short stories and poetry are my two big things. Music, and I just like to be out in nature. If I can just walk, I like to walk a couple miles a day. I live on the water, so it's obviously really pleasant. And then anytime you get out in the woods, walk around when it's not deer season, perfect.
Yeah.
Nature man. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean that's my big thing, I would say.
Now we have one question from PLP. We actually kind of polled them. I took one question from them from Tamara Fugate. Hope I'm pronouncing her name right.
No, it's Fugate.
Man,
no, it's not.
I feel horrible if I'm pronouncing her right.
I'm joking. Sorry, Tamara.
Yeah, she's basically asking, where do you get your muse from for a particular fragrance?
Absolutely everywhere. It's like the wood scent kind of came from my walk, just in the woods. Copper Skies just came from just my idea of like more of a smoky, not as sweet in your face amber kind of scent. A lot less spices in it. And then like Phil Rubis was actually, it came from my love that I'm no longer with. But anyway, yeah, it came from her. Like a lot of the inspiration was raspberry, so I had kind of sweet old scent. Just anywhere, heartbreak, walk along the water. That's my muse. Life experiences.
Life. So,
life, mate.
So, John, if you would you tell the viewers all the fragrances that you have available, and then where they can get them, in case they aren't familiar with your line?
Yeah, I mean, you can go to my website, houseofpiercing.com, and I have all the information there for them.
Cool.
I think my most popular ones are Copper Skies, Root Elements, Sandstorm Slivers. Whips and Roses is pretty popular, and so is Fields of Rubus. So those are probably the ones that people are gravitating the most.
Yeah. Copper Skies is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have three of yours. I have Copper Skies, Sandstorm Slivers, Root Elements. So I call myself like a semi-collector of the kerosene line.
Well, you have one of the first. What was it? You had like bottle 3.
Yeah, I think so. 2 or 3.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, of Root Elements. That's right.
Yeah.
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 You know who else? Who doesn't have that? Anybody else? Only number 2 right here, because we're awesome. That's it.
Well, I think that's all the questions we have for you today. Thanks again so much for letting us interview you and letting us come into your home and letting us see your artwork on your wall and your cello in the background.
And your
scarf.
Scarf Bros.
No.
We really appreciate it. We really love your line, and we really we really love your story. Like, it's just a really great story from YouTube reviewer to perfumer and beyond. It just seems like there's no limit to where you can grow, and we just are really looking forward to everything that's coming out from your line and where you're going. So thanks for everything you've been doing.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I mean,
one of the things I like so much about you and about your, like Dave said, your story, all that, is just how genuine you seem as a person. You don't, like, there really is no pretense about you, and there's no sort of arrogance or snottiness or anything like that. And I just as a fellow guy, I just appreciate that, and man, I hope you go far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, you guys. Honestly, not, I found a lady that has an autistic daughter, and she, yeah, she was telling me how some sense kind of calm her down, keep her settled down. And so I actually worked on a fragrance for her daughter. And it's like iris, so it's kind of like powdery, vanilla, and peach.
Wow.
She's going to do that next week, and it kind of got me an idea. It's just kind of, if I hear of like a kid with maybe Down, autism, anything like that, you know, I have no problems like doing this kind of stuff on the side. So it's to help the kid out. It's just like a whole new thing just kind of opened up, and it's just within the last year, or just last week. So something I'm really excited about.
That's awesome.
That's
Making a
awesome.
real difference. So.
Yeah, you did the relief bars with Pegasus.
Yeah.
Similar.
I think we raised $250
Nice.
for the Red Cross. But yeah, and Will was a little bummed. He thought more people would get involved, and I was like, you know what? If we put enough money for blankets and a bag of blood, we did something. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. It's just more of a real spicy kind of holiday time. So.
That's all we have, YouTube. Let us know what you think of Kerosene's line down in the comments down below. What do you think of them? Give them some love down there. And, of course, like if you haven't already liked, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. We'll see you later. We're the Fragrance Bros with Kerosene. Bye.